So the funny story is, Jason Tame of MODUS, who is now my manager, was the one running that show. So when we speak now, he always turns around and says, "Oh, that night, Johnny, I'll never forget that night. I got Phil Taylor, the biggest name in darts, against an unknown Welshman, nobody'd heard of, but for the local boys." And I was 3-0 up against him. He did beat me 4-3, right? It was as if somebody just flipped a switch.
Oh, you 3-0 up on him?
I was 3-0 up on him.
Oh, I don't remember that bit.
I was flying, yes.
Yeah.
Everything went. And I was thinking, Phil Taylor? Who's this Phil Taylor? I can beat him. But honestly, it was as if somebody put, go on his back. And then Phil Taylor came out of the shell and hammered me. But I can remember going up to the back room, to the practice room. And I remember Jason going, "You nearly spoilt my effing night there by beating Phil Taylor." And we laugh about that now, do you know what I mean? And it was good. But that was the only time I played Phil Taylor. I never played him in competition at the PDC, never ever.
Never.
Yeah, either I was out way before, Phil, I could get anywhere near Phil, but we never, on the floor tournaments, we never ever played against each other. But I played in loads of exhibitions against him.
Did he say anything to you after that Pakistan?
Yeah, 100%. He said, Phil, just straight as a die, and he just turned around and he said, "Johnny, you threw some good darts up there. Have you considered maybe going a step?" Because I had explained that I was a Welsh international and blah blah blah, and he said, "Have you ever thought of going a step further?" And I said, "Yeah, I have." But he said, "Well, just give it a go, because if it doesn't work, you can try again." And it worked. But my first Q school, I got through. So I take a lot of things off the great Phil Taylor. I loved the way his attitude to darts. It was like, as soon as that last step on the stage came, he was in a different zone.